Hello, friends! If you're a serious government job aspirant and you've been waiting for that next big promotion, well, this explainer is just for you. Today, we are going to break down the complete notification for the SSC Stenographer Grade C Limited Departmental Competitive Examination for 2025 in absolute detail. So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover all the important dates and vacancies, the eligibility criteria, the exam pattern, how to go about the application process, and finally, some really key points about the final selection. All right, let's get started. So first things first, a really important question for you. Are you ready for that promotion this time around? You know, this isn't just another exam. It's a huge step forward in your career, so let's make sure we're fully prepared for this opportunity. Okay, let's kick things off with the important dates and the number of vacancies, just so you don't miss any of those crucial deadlines. You'll definitely want to mark these dates in your calendar. The application window opens on December 22nd, 2025, and it runs until January 11th, 2026. Now, my advice is, please do not wait for the last day. The website can get really heavy with traffic. And remember, after you apply online, the hard copy needs to reach the SSC office through your department by January 27th, 2026. Taking a look at the vacancy distribution, the Central Secretariat Stenographers Services, or CSSS, has the highest number this time, with 267 tentative vacancies. That's huge! After that, the Armed Forces Headquarters, or AFHQ, has 37 posts. This is really a golden opportunity for aspirants in these services. And just a heads up, the CVC vacancies will be announced later on. All right, let's move on to the most critical section, eligibility. This is where a lot of confusion usually happens, but don't worry, we're going to simplify every single point for you. First, let's understand the crucial date, which is July 1st, 2025. All of your service length and every other eligibility condition will be calculated based on this specific date. It is so important to keep this date in mind. For CSSS and the Railway Board, Steno Grade D employees need 6 years of approved service by the crucial date. Now, if you're a direct recruit, you'll need 5 years of service, but there's a specific condition attached to that. And note, for CSSS specifically, there's also a special relaxation for direct recruit stenos from the Select List year 2018. Now, check this out. For the Armed Forces Headquarters and the Election Commission of India, the rules are a bit different and actually quite favorable. Here, you only need 3 years of approved and continuous service in Grade D. And for direct recruits, that requirement drops to just 2 years. This is a fantastic chance for promotion for aspirants in these departments. And finally, for the Indian Foreign Service Branch B, you'll need 6 years of approved service, and for the Central Vigilance Commission, or CVC, it's 5 years of regular service in Grade D. And let me remind you one more time, the crucial date for all of these is the same, July 1st, 2025. Okay, so eligibility is all clear. Now let's move forward and really understand the exam pattern. Let's see what the challenge ahead looks like. The selection process is divided into 3 distinct parts, Part A, Part B, and Part C. Let's break them down one by one. First up is Part A, the computer-based exam. This will be for a total of 200 marks. It has 2 sections, General Awareness with 100 questions for 100 marks, and Comprehension and English Language, also with 100 questions for 100 marks. You'll get a total of 2 hours to complete this. And this is incredibly important, so please pay close attention. There's a negative marking of 0.25 marks for every single wrong answer. What this clearly means is that accuracy is going to be key. You have to avoid guesswork at all costs. Part B is your shorthand skill test, which is qualifying in nature. Here, you'll be given a 10-minute dictation in either English or Hindi at a speed of 100 words per minute. To transcribe this dictation on the computer, English medium candidates will get 40 minutes and Hindi medium candidates will get 55 minutes. And the final part is Part C, which involves the evaluation of your service records, also known as APARs, or Annual Performance Appraisal Reports. This section carries a maximum of 100 marks. This means your performance in your service will also play an important role in the final selection. All right, so now let's look at how to fill out the form correctly. We want to make sure there are no mistakes at the application stage so your candidature doesn't get rejected. The very first and most essential step is the one-time registration, or OTR. For this, you have to go to the new SSC website, ssc.gov.in. Once you're there, click on Register Now, fill in your personal details, create a new password, add any additional details, and finally agree to the declaration to complete the OTR process. Now, there's one thing you absolutely must keep in mind. If you had an OTR on the old website, ssc.nic.in, it is no longer valid. You have to complete a fresh OTR on the new website, ssc.gov.in. This is mandatory for everyone, whether you're a new or an old applicant. Now let's talk about the photo and signature, which is where the most applications get rejected. This time, you'll have to capture a live photo using your webcam while filling out the application. You can't be wearing a cap, mask, or glasses. Make sure the background is plain and the lighting is good. Your signature needs to be uploaded in scanned JPEG format between 10 and 20 TB. And I'd highly recommend using APAR authentication. It really reduces the chances of rejection on grounds of photo or signature issues. Okay, we're on the home stretch now. Let's quickly go over the final selection process and a few more essential points. So, what happens if 2 or more candidates end up with the same total marks? How is the tie resolved? Well, first, the candidate with higher marks in the skill test gets preference. If there's still a tie, then the marks from the computer-based exam are looked at. And if the tie still isn't broken, the candidate who is older in age will be placed higher on the merit list. Friends, you have to avoid these mistakes. Do not submit more than one application. Do not provide any false or incorrect information. Double-check everything before the final submission because no changes will be allowed later. Please do not wait until the last day to apply. And most importantly, make sure your department forwards the hard copy of your application to the SSC on time. So, that was a complete breakdown of the SSC Stenographer Grade C LDCE 2025. Now, a question for you. What's your biggest question about the exam syllabus? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this explainer helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let us know if there's a specific topic